Hi, this is Brian. I'm the founder of Heroic, and I appreciate you taking the time to learn more about what we are up to with Heroic Public Benefit Corporation. I want to talk about our vision for the future, but first, I want to talk about the world we are living in today, where millions wake up every day exhausted, anxious, and disconnected, stuck in cycles of burnout, distraction, and despair. A world where mental health is in crisis. Depression and anxiety are at all-time highs, affecting over 280 million people worldwide. More than 50% of U.S. adults report feeling lonely, and attention spans have dropped to just 47 seconds. Instead of building mental strength and resilience, millions are drowning in stress, self-doubt, and emotional overwhelm. A world where chronic illness is the norm. More than 1 billion people are metabolically unhealthy, driving an explosion of obesity, diabetes, and chronic fatigue. Lifestyle-driven diseases are now the leading causes of death. Yet instead of addressing the root causes, we treat symptoms and ignore the fundamentals of health and vitality. A world where addiction is everywhere. In the U.S. alone, 46 million people struggle with substance abuse, while millions more are hooked on social media, processed food, pornography, and video games, trapped by algorithms designed to keep them addicted. The average adult spends over 6 hours per day on their phone, numbing instead of living. And instead of addressing the root causes, metabolic dysfunction, lack of discipline, and emotional resilience, our society offers quick fixes, leaving millions stuck in cycles they can't escape. A world where work drains instead of energizes. 77% of employees report experiencing burnout, and disengagement costs companies over $1.9 trillion annually in lost productivity. Instead of feeling inspired and challenged, millions of people spend their days stressed, exhausted, and unfulfilled, never unlocking their full potential. A world where an entire generation is at risk of failing to launch. Teen depression has doubled over the last decade, with record levels of anxiety, self-doubt, and social disconnection. 1 in 4 adolescents say they don't see a hopeful future for themselves. Meanwhile, schools are failing to teach the fundamentals of life. Students spend years memorizing facts and preparing for standardized tests, but graduate without ever learning how to cultivate energy, build meaningful relationships, develop resilience, and perform at their highest potential, the skills that determine success in life. And you read where people have access to more information than ever, but still don't know how to take action and transform their lives. This is the world we live in today. This is the reality we must change. Now, the challenges we face today aren't new. For thousands of years, ancient wisdom traditions have taught us how to cultivate virtue, develop resilience, and live with meaning. Modern science has validated the fundamental truths about human flourishing. But today, these challenges are amplified like never before. Social media algorithms hijack attention. Ultra-processed food destroys metabolic health. An always-on, hyper-distracted world makes deep work, real relationships, and inner stillness harder than ever to achieve. Instead of helping people build resilience, modern society has made it easier than ever to escape, numb, and drift through life. The result, more people are struggling with focus, discipline, and purpose, not because they lack potential, but because they lack a system to counteract these forces and take control of their lives. And that's where Heroic comes in. Heroic integrates ancient wisdom, modern science, and structured action to help people bridge the gap between who they are and who they're capable of being. We don't just teach people how to optimize their energy, productivity, and relationships. We give them a step-by-step system to master them. We don't just inspire people with big ideas. We provide the tools, structure, and accountability to create lasting transformation. We don't just talk about human flourishing. We create practical quests that help people conquer their greatest challenges and unlock their full potential. So, imagine a world where millions of people wake up every day fully energized, deeply focused, and truly connected to themselves, to their families, to their teams, to something bigger than themselves. A world where people don't just consume wisdom, they live it. Where ancient philosophy and modern science combine to forge individuals who embody wisdom, discipline, love, and courage in every moment. A world where schools don't just teach students what to think, but how to thrive, equipping them with the mental clarity, emotional resilience, and practical habits to flourish for life. A world where businesses aren't just about profit, but human potential, where leaders and employees show up with purpose, energy, and excellence, transforming their workplaces into engines of impact and inspiration. A world where millions of people are no longer struggling to find direction, but are activated, fully engaged in the pursuit of their best selves every single day. This is the world we are building. This is not just about personal transformation, it's about collective transformation. And this is why we do what we do. Because the world needs more people who are truly alive, more people who can lead with courage in the face of challenge, more people who refuse to settle for mediocrity and instead commit to mastery in their lives and work. This is the mission that drives us forward. This is the movement we are leading, and we are just getting started.